This recording will cause a deep sense of relaxation and trance. Do not listen to this recording whilst driving or whilst operating heavy machinery. Only listen when you can safely relax. So right now I'd like you to start off by taking some deep breaths in, breathing all the way down into your stomach. Noticing your stomach rising as you're breathing in and falling as you breathe out. If any thoughts come into your mind, you can just notice them and allow your attention to return to your breath. Seeing if you can notice more relaxation when you're breathing in or when you're breathing out. Maybe you'll notice more relaxation with my words, the spaces between my words. And your unconscious mind is always listening, looking to protect you, keep you safe. You're sleeping deeply and an alarm sounds. Your unconscious knows to wake you up. And all the most powerful, lasting things you do at an unconscious level. You're able to change from a baby to a child, from a child to an adult. You did all this without thinking about it. So consciously you don't need to do anything at all except relax, drifting deeper and deeper. Drifting down and down. And in a moment, I'm going to count 3. When I reach the number 3, I'd like you to take a deep breath in and tense all the muscles in your body, all the way down from the top of your head to the very tips of your toes. Holding that breath for a moment and then breathing out, releasing. And that release can make room for more and more comfort to flow in. So just doing that now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and taking a deep breath in. Holding that breath and releasing. Letting go. And the more you relax, the deeper you can go. The deeper you go, the more you can relax. Once again, on the count of 3. Taking that deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. And releasing. Drifting down and down. One last time. 1, 2, 3. Releasing. Becoming more and more comfortable. More and more at ease with every breath you take. That relaxation flowing down your body. All the way from the very top of your head to the tips of your toes. All those tiny muscles in your forehead are releasing. Your forehead flattening out. The relaxation flowing down into your eyes and your eyelids. I wonder if you can imagine those eyelids so relaxed that they just won't work. Even if you were to try to open, they'd be so relaxed, so comfortable that they just stay closed tight shut. That's that relaxation flows down into your cheeks, into your jaw, all the way down your neck, all the way down your spine, down your arms into your hands. That's right. All the way down your legs into your feet, taking you deeper and deeper. As a person starts to enter a state of trance, a state in which positive, lasting change can occur, they can become aware of things. They can start to notice that their tiny muscles in their arms and legs begin to twitch a little. They can notice that their eyes begin to move about beneath the eyelids. Maybe you feel the need to swallow now. And your heartbeat and your pulse, it's slowing down. You become more and more comfortable. And in a moment, I'd like you to imagine yourself standing safely and securely in an elevator. This is the elevator of relaxation. In this elevator there's 3 buttons. When we press the first button, you're going to drift deeper and deeper still, maybe becoming the most relaxed you've ever been. And the second button's gonna take you even deeper down from there. The third button's gonna take you all the way into the very depths of trance, the very basement of relaxation. So pressing that first button now, I wonder if you can remember the most relaxed you've ever been. And then the second button. When those elevator doors open, you're going to find yourself on a beach. There's no one else around, it's only you. And then the third button, going all the way, all the way down. Those elevator doors opening, stepping out onto that beautiful sandy beach on a warm, sunny day. Maybe you can feel that warm sand beneath your toes. As waves washing against the shore. And you can take some time to explore this place. Maybe you can imagine walking on that wet sand, leaving footprints in that wet sand. And those waves washing it. They're picking up that sand. They're swirling it around, placing it, washing those footprints away. And in this place you can find a spot to relax. Maybe you can imagine sitting back in a comfy chair, a cool drink by your side, beads of condensation running down the outside of that glass. The sounds of traffic off in the distance. Maybe wind in palm tree, rustling those leaves. And off out in front of you, you can see a old TV screen, a crackly TV screen. And that screen is a fuzzy picture. By your side is a remote control. And in a moment, I'd like you to imagine a version of you drifting up, standing beside that old TV screen, looking back at a version of you that's relaxing, daring that place. And the version of you that's sitting in that chair, looking at that old TV screen, is going to see an old event playing out on that TV screen. Could be an event that's troubled you in the past. You're going to go all the way from a calm point at the beginning to a calm point at the end. That calm point at the end could be all the way until now. This very moment. And the version of you that's standing next to that old TV screen is going to watch the version of you watching that old event, feeling calm and relaxed, totally at ease. And the picture's fuzzy, any sounds muffled, distorted in some way. Once you reach the end of that old scene. The version of you that stood beside that TV screen is going to drift up through space and time and find yourself in the relaxed point at the end of that old scene. The version of you that's relaxing there in that chair is going to press the rewind button on that remote control, going all the way from the calm point at the beginning to the calm point at the end. Just doing that now, rewinding all the way back from the calm point at the beginning to the calm point at the end, before that old event ever happened. And then the version of you that's sitting in that chair can press the pause button on that remote control. And the version of you that's paused at the calm point at that end of that old scene can drift up through space and time. Once again, stand next to that old TV screen, looking back at the version of you that's relaxing there in that chair. And the version of you that's relaxing there in that chair can press the fast forward button on that remote control, moving even faster through that scene, going all the way from the calm point at the beginning to the calm point at the end, and then pausing at the end of that old scene, doing that now, and pausing there. The version of you that stood next to that old screen can drift up, drifting up through space and time and connecting with the version of you that's paused at the calm point at the end of that old scene. The version of you relaxing in that chair can press the fast rewind button on that remote control, going all the way from the calm point at the end to the calm point at the beginning, doing that now, relaxing into that calm point at the beginning. The version of you that's in that calm point at the beginning of that old scene can once again drift through space, time, stand next to that old TV screen, looking back at the version of you that's relaxing there in that chair. The version of you that's relaxing in that chair can press the fast forward button on that remote control, going all the way from the calm point at the end to the calm point at the beginning, doing that now. That's right. And then pausing at the calm point at the beginning. And the version of you that's paused in that calm point at the beginning can once again drift up, standing next to that TV screen, looking back at the version of you that's relaxing there in that chair. And the version of you that's relaxing in that chair can press the fast forward button on that remote control, going all the way from the calm point at the beginning to the calm point at the end, like a flash, just doing that now, and then pausing at the end. And the version of you that's next to that TV screen can drift back, connecting with that version of you that's relaxing in that chair. Noticing how calm and relaxed you feel. Maybe you can even look at that old scene that's playing out on that TV screen. Notice how relaxed and calm you feel as that TV screen starts to drift, drifting up and drifting off over the horizon, drifting off out to sea, over the ocean, never to be seen again. And the version of you that's relaxing there can start to drift and dream, connect with a future version of you, a version of you that's calm, relaxed, no longer troubled by that old stuff. Maybe you can imagine yourself standing in the shoes of that new version of you, seeing what you see, hearing what you hear, noticing how good you feel, feeling completely calm, totally at ease in those old situations. Noticing that the things that used to bother you can now just relax. And I wonder what you'll notice more of in your life. Calm, relaxation, confidence. And I will be quiet for a moment as you continue relaxing, connecting with that future version. So and your unconscious mind can give you a sign, something to let you know that these changes are taking effect, and permanent, lasting. Could be a twitch of a finger or thumb, in the coming days and weeks. You can start to notice things. And those things can let you know that these changes are taking effect. Maybe you'll notice yourself acting differently, feeling calm, completely relaxed in those old situations. When you notice that, you can get a sense of yourself smiling, either there, now. So And now you can relax down and down, enjoying comfortable and restful sleep, awakening when you need to, noticing how good you feel, noticing that things have begun to change, that you have begun to change. Yes.